Hi, this is Haley Carlson, and this is my Module 10, Safe Schools for Cultural Diversity. So the articles that were assigned to us focused on safe environments that lead to bully prevention. The first article was 3 essential priorities for school principals to have, and this focused on what the principals can do to create a caring and inclusive environment while also empowering their staff to be leaders in the school and also reach out to the community and connect with community members for resources and involvement. The next article was about how feeling respected transforms a student's relationship to school. So this talked about how when school staff treats students like human beings and gives them a little bit of grace and extends empathy towards them, talks to them, uses their name, doesn't embarrass them. It makes them like school more, makes them behave better, makes them achieve more, boosts their confidence, and improves just overall. The next article was creating a warm and friendly environment. So this focused on starting right at the beginning of the school year, before the school year even starts, is working on creating that welcoming environment for students so that they feel free to share and learn and discuss. Warm environments increase academic achievement and they provide security for kids so kids feel safe. You can consider design, procedures, strategies, active listening, the lighting in the room. There are all kinds of different things you can consider for creating a warm environment. And the last article that was provided was strategies for building a productive and positive learning environment. This one focused on setting clear expectations and providing a safe space for kids to have positive interactions and making sure that staff knows how to have positive interactions with students and reinforce positive behavior and really project that in a positive light rather than a negative light to prevent any unsafe things. So the bully prevention articles that I looked up, the first one was bullying prevention, and it was like some tips for teachers. So it talked a lot about setting an example for your students and making sure that you don't have bullying characteristics when you interact with other staff, when you interact with them. Set clear expectations, constantly supervise students, and things like that. The next one was on bullying prevention, and it talked about procedures need to be in place for families to know about. Families should know what is going on in a school. What do they do if they encounter a situation where their kid is a bully or they encounter a bully, things like that. Bullying prevention in public schools focused on how students who are bullied, it really impacts their well-being in a negative way. And so it talks about how schools need direct policies, clear policies, and how to set those and make clear guidelines and expectations for that. And prevention at schools talked about how to train staff on bully prevention and find programs that are out there that works for your setting to teach students and to make sure that you don't just pick the first one that you see, but look into what your school needs and what programs are actually out there. So bullying data, when and where. According to the research given to us, almost half of the middle school students in the survey reported name-calling or teasing as the form of bullying that they received, but they also listed physical harm, being left out, threats, stealing, sexual harassment, and cyberbullying were the other ones that they experienced at some point. Common places for bullying, the highest ones were classrooms, hallways, in the cafeteria, gym, PE, locker room type things, and then in the bathrooms. And then only 20 to 30% of students who are bullied end up reporting it to an adult, at least for the students in this survey, which is a pretty low amount. What is missing? So like I said before, students are most bullied in classrooms, hallways, and the cafeteria. So some questions that I pose to kind of ask myself what's missing. Are the teachers in the hallway? Is there that presence of adults that kids know, hey, there are adults in the hallway, I need to be on my best behavior? Are the teachers roaming the classroom, or are they just sitting at their desk? Is there that proximity being used? Are the adults present? Are they involved in the school, the classroom, the hallway, all of that? The other thing, students report being teased or called names the most. So some questions I had about maybe what was missing. Have students had clear expectations set that it is unacceptable? This is one that probably they've learned over and over again throughout school, but do those expectations need to be set again, especially as they are getting older? Has a respect for peers been expected or taught? And is that being modeled for them? So just some of those things. And the statistic, only 20 to 30% of students who are bullied report it to an adult. So this brought up, maybe it's missing a system in place for reporting it that feels safe. Is there trusted communication and relationships in place within the school? If kids don't feel like they can come forward when they are experiencing bullying, is there a safe place or a safe person or something that they can submit that maybe would be anonymous or something for situations where the person might be afraid to come forward? So what happens when steps have been taken to fix some of these things? So most students were bullied in classrooms, hallways, and the cafeteria. Students, after you take those steps, should feel safe and secure knowing that their teachers are nearby and always circling around the room. Students can expect to have adults present at all times in the hallway, in the cafeteria, in their classrooms. And then when students report to being teased or called names, so if there are actions taken towards that, students know and understand the consequences of name calling. Students know the expectation for them, and then they treat their peers with respect as well. And for the last one, only 20 to 30% of students who are bullied report it to an adult. So if you take the steps that move towards giving them an option, a safe space, open communication for that. So open communication and a system for reporting can allow students to be honest, and then hopefully more gets reported and more gets solved and resolved because of that. And here are my resources for the bullying prevention. And here are the resources for the provided articles. Thank you for watching.